Hi there, welcome back. Today I feel very privileged that I can sit here in this beautiful, quiet space and read from a beautiful book for you. Maybe some of you don't have that luxury, and I'm really happy to serve, that I can read it for you, and you can have these words in your life. So this is The Prophet by Kahlil Gibran, and in the other video I read from the chapters The Coming of the Ship and on love, and the next chapter is on marriage. But I decided I'm not gonna to read everything, but my favorite quotations were passages from this book. And I will start from the words from the previous chapter on love. It really resonated with me yesterday. I thought a lot about it. And it says here, if in your fear you would seek only love's peace and love's pleasure, then it is better for you that you cover your nakedness and pass out of love's threshing floor into the seasonless world, where you shall laugh, but not all of your laughter, and weep, but not all of your tears. And I thought about that in terms of that how often we hide our own feelings just because they're inappropriate or there's no room for it at the moment. But if you are with your back against the wall, and sometimes love does it to you, then the feelings come out and you cannot help it, you cannot hold it back. And it doesn't matter how ashamed you are of your feelings or how painful it is to express them, love forces you to express your feelings, and it's a good thing. It's like a cleanse that empties your cup out so that it can be filled again. And it's also something that you give to other people as a gift, your feelings, the knowledge of how you feel, what's happening inside of you. And even if you're ashamed of it, for a lot of people, it's an opportunity to open their heart and empathize with you. Anyhow, the next chapter is on marriage, and there are some things that touch me more, and I'm gonna read these passages. Here's what Kahlil Gibran has to say on the marriage. Let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone. Even as the strings of a lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow. And here's the painting that he included in here. The separation and the togetherness. The next chapter is about children, and that's what the prophet said to the people about children. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backwards, nor tires with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children are living arrows that send forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness. For even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. And here is the painting of the archer with the bow made of people. The next chapter is on giving. Said a rich man, "Speak to us of giving." And he answered, "You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give." And here is what affected me the most from this chapter. There are the believers in life and the bounty of life, and their coffer is never empty. There are those who give with joy, and that joy is their reward. And there are those who give with pain, and that pain is their baptism. And there are those who give and know not pain in giving, nor do they seek joy, nor give with mildfulness of virtue. They give as in yonder valley the myrtle breathes its fragrance into space. Through the hands of such as these God speaks, and from behind their eyes he smiles upon the earth. And here is something that seems very impractical, seems very stretched for the practical mind that we have in our everyday life. But that's what the prophet says here. You often say, I would give, but only to the deserving. The trees in your orchard say not so, nor the flocks in your pasture. They give that they may live, for to withhold is to perish. Surely he who is worthy to receive his days and his nights is worthy of all else from you. And who has deserved to drink from the ocean of life deserves to fill his cup from your little stream. And what desert greater shall there be than that which lies in the courage and the confidence, nay, the charity of receiving? And who are you that men should rend their bosom and unveil their pride, that you may see their worth naked and their pride unabashed? See first that you yourself deserve to be a giver and an instrument of giving. For in truth it is life that gives unto life, while you, who deem yourself a giver, are but a witness. And you, receivers, and you are all receivers, assume no weight of gratitude, lest you lay a yoke upon yourself and upon him who gives. Rather rise together with the giver on his gifts as on wings. For to be over-mindful of your debt is to doubt his generosity, who has the free-hearted earth for mother and God for father. And here is the painting on the giving here.